It's holiday time, and here come all the treats. We got Christmas cookies, eggnog, little Baileys in your coffee, great way to start the day. So balancing those holiday fun foods and staying on a healthy-ish track, if that's what you try to do usually, can feel pretty stressful at this time. So if food or overindulgence is an issue for you, stay tuned, tap along with me during this video, and let's deal with some of those feelings. Welcome to the 12 Days of Stressmas, a little EFT tapping support to help you get through the holiday season. I'm Stephanie Wood, EFT tapping trainer and practitioner for more than 20 years, and I'm also the creator of ULTRA EFT, which stands for Understanding Life Through Realization and Awareness. Let's get right to the tapping. By tapping with this video, you take full responsibility for your own well-being. Let's begin by tuning into what's happening for you right now. So start by thinking about all the holiday food, the goodies, the beverages, the indulgences, all the temptations. Like really see if you can kind of get yourself worked up in the sense of what happens in your system and in your thoughts and in your feelings and in your body when you think about all the food stuff happening over the holidays for you. And take a moment, tune in, and see if you can notice how you feel about it. Whether or not you can name it, doesn't matter, but see if you notice where that is in your body. See how intense it is when you really start thinking about it. And I'm going to ask you to give it a rating on a scale from 0 to 10, if you can, the intensity of it. So 0 is non-issue. What issue? Problem? No problem. 10 is I am horrified, terrified. I can't even deal with the idea that I'm going to have to go encounter all the Christmas cookies and all the parties and all the food. See what it is for you. You may even have some nostalgic connections with food that you can't not eat during the holidays. And this isn't about stopping you from eating those things. It's more about making peace with what's happening. And remember as we tap that you can change the words anytime so that they resonate for you. So tapping on the side of your hand, just notice everything that's coming up. And you can tap slower or faster, whatever works for you. Even though I have some feelings and thoughts about dealing with food over the holidays, and maybe even right now as we enter the holiday season. That's okay. It's where I'm at. And I acknowledge it. Even though there are so many temptations out there, and I find that challenging. That's where I'm at. I get to notice it. And I'm open to seeing something different about that right now. Even though I don't feel like I have a good track record of dealing with food around the holidays. That's the past. I have some stories about it. And I have some feelings about it. And I acknowledge all of it. Tapping on the top of your head, all this holiday food stuff, and everything it brings up for me. Inside of the eyebrow, there are endless temptations. Side of the eye, there's all the cookies. There's all the cookies. I'm a cookie monster personally, so I love the cookies. Under the eye, I tend to overindulge during the holidays. Under the nose, and I have my reasons for that. conscious or unconscious. Chin. There's pressure to indulge. Collarbone. And then I have so much judgment about my indulgences. Under the arm. Maybe I have worry or concern about dealing with situations around food. And the wrist. Everything that feels hard to me about dealing with food over the holidays. Top of the head. I'm worried about my weight. I don't want to gain any extra weight. Inside of the eyebrow. All that sugar that's coming. Side of the eye. All the ways I feel stressed about this. Under the eye. All the discomfort that I'm feeling about it. In any way. Under the nose. All the ways this lights up food issues for me. Chin. Everything about this that feels hard. Collarbone. All the ways I don't like having to deal with food stuff around the holidays. Under the arm. And all the ways I do love to indulge in those special treats. And the wrist. All the ways I've made it a thing. What? What kind of thing? You're like, what are you talking about? We make everything into stories. We make it all into stories. And I want you to just notice that for a moment. Take a breath, shake it off. You can shake it out. I like to shake it. You can move your body around a little. You can just let your hands rest in your lap if that feels comfortable to you. And just pause. So now, again, think about the food and the temptations and anything about that around the holidays that really gets to you, that's really bothering you in any way, shape, or form right now. And I want you to really tune into it. Notice where that lives in your body. And just notice it. And let's do a round of tapping while you stay tuned into wherever you feel the nugget of that in your system. And if you don't really have a location in your body, that's okay too. You can just kind of notice how it's showing up for you, whether it's just in your thoughts, in your head, whether it feels like it's outside of you, or if you're really blank and numb when it comes to it, that's also okay. So just tapping on the top of your head, if you can tune into your body, if you found a space, I'd love for you to close your eyes for a moment and simply notice where you're feeling that, how it feels, without trying to do anything with it. And if you don't have a location in your body, just recognize how you know that it's there. Like, how do you know this is an issue for you? And that's okay. That's what you're going to stay tuned into with your eyes closed, if that's comfortable, or with a soft gaze. And I'm going to lead you through the tapping points as you just stay tuned into that. Tapping on the inside of the eyebrow now. Simply notice where and how you know you're stressed about this. Side of the eye. And you're not trying to do anything. You're simply having an awareness. Under the eye. Just noticing it without judgment. There it is. Under the nose. Oh, look at that. Just notice it. You don't even have to say anything. And the chin. Just staying aware and tuned into it. Collarbone. Look at that old story and how it's showing up in my system. Under the arm. And just notice it. And the wrist. Okay. You can open your eyes, take a breath, shake that out. So now tapping on the top of your head. I have some stories about this. Inside of the eyebrow. I have a story that says I'm nervous or concerned, or what is the story for you? I'm afraid. Side of the eye. I feel like I may have a story that says I need to control this somehow. Under the eye, maybe I have a fear that I'll get out of control with food. Under the nose, all this fear about food and my behavior. Chin, what if there is nothing to fear? Collarbone, who would I be if I didn't worry about this? Under the arm, I acknowledge those parts of me that think I'm gonna go hog wild eating if I don't care. And that's not how it works. And the wrist, those parts of me are terrified that I will overeat if I give myself full permission to do so. Top of the head. But what if that's just the other side of the trap? Inside of the eyebrow. What if I could take the punch, the power, out of the food? Side of the eye. What if it was never there? What? Under the eye. Food does not have power over me, despite how it may feel or seem. Under the nose. My cravings or addictive feeling also does not have power over me, despite how it feels sometimes. Chin. What if this was no longer a struggle? Collarbone. What if I could make peace with food? Now I know this is way bigger than just this short tapping video, but I just want to let you know this idea. Under the arm, all the ways I'm having a hard time thinking about holiday eating. And the wrist, all the ways I feel like I need a plan or strategy. And maybe that works for you. What if that's okay? Top of the head, maybe I'm more comfortable with a plan or strategy. And what if that's okay? Inside of the eyebrow, what if I'm comfortable without a plan or strategy? And that's okay. Side of the eye, what if I eat all the things? All the things I love over the holidays. And what if that's okay? Under the eye, what if I deny myself of all the things I love over the holidays? And what if that's okay? Under the nose, and what if I eat what feels right to me in the moment? Chin. maybe I overindulge sometimes. Collarbone. And what if I don't sometimes? Under the arm. What if I could relax a little bit about this? And the wrist. What if I could have a different relationship with food this holiday season? And just take a breath, shake that off. Okay, all right. Let's just do one final round. Top of the head. What if I could feel different about this? Inside of the eyebrow. What if this really didn't concern me? Side of the eye. What if there's a way to enjoy food and not feel the need to go nuts on it? Under the eye. Who would I be? Under the nose. What if this simply became a non-issue? Chin. Who would I be if, when all those thoughts arose about food, about judgment, about worry, collarbone, what if I got to notice those thoughts and not care about them or pay attention to them or believe them? Under the arm. What if there's freedom in having a different relationship with those thoughts? And the wrist. What if it's safe to relax about this now? All right, take a breath, shake that out. Or just lay your hands in your lap. So to finish, I'd love for you to just tune in again. Think about that holiday food, all the stress you were feeling at the beginning, and see if you can tune in, bring it up again, and give it another rating on a scale from 0 to 10, and notice if it's gone down or gone up or changed in any way. If it still feels really present, you could continue tapping. You could go through this video again, or you could just stop and let it find its way out of you, because it will. And please note that you may start to notice insights or more clarity around this in the coming hours after you've tapped on this, and possibly even in the days that follow. And that is just part of the gift of this kind of tapping. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you are feeling more relaxed about this issue than when you began. Be sure to check out the other tapping videos for the 12 Days of Stressmas if you love more support through these holidays. And a final note, tapping videos are never meant as a substitute, ever, for properly learning how to tap on yourself by taking an EFT tapping training or course with an accredited organization like EFT International. Also, these are not a substitute for seeing a qualified EFT practitioner. Thanks again, and happy tapping.